Hello everyone, welcome back to more Bridge. This is the thrilling conclusion, day 3 of 3 in the February Stars and Platinum Robot Individual. Having a decent performance so far. We had a pretty boring first, well I don't know, 53 was good. Nothing great, but good. First session, and second session we did very well. Came 20th out of the 412 players with a 62. So we're currently in the overalls. Where are we doing? We're in 59th. So, you know, a decent session would be nice. I looked at the boards and, you know, the ones I did really well on are just like, well, the robots defended less well against me because of something I did that didn't matter, mostly. Although, I don't know. Sometimes people just, like, made a play that doesn't seem that good to me. It should have worked as well as mine, but it's worse. And then the robots defended against me, but not against you, so take that. Anyway, so it's another 16 boards of Just Declare. And let's get started. Board 1. Really? So West has a diamond singleton as well as me, huh? East's 2 diamonds presumably is a 6-card suit, and so there's only one left for West to have. I think we're not in too bad of shape on that account, though, right? Can't you play like King of Diamonds, and then when East gives West a club ruff or a diamond ruff, just pitch your heart loser? If West is then able to cross back to East in clubs for another diamond, then it's a little bit awkward. But I don't think playing low on this makes any sense at all. So you may as well play the king, and then when they continue diamonds, I think a heart is the only play that makes sense. Oh, they're not going to. Well, I guess East also knows that we're both out of trump, but usually you'd be happy to do that, right? Huh. Okay, I wonder if East has a singleton heart? And is trying to set up this, like, cross ruff going? I could be conservative, win this, play Ace of Spades, Spade. That really cuts down on enemy ruffs. But I'd love to get to dummy with a club ruff and take the trump finesse? Maybe not. It's not that likely to work, right? I just want to make... Yeah, I don't want to let this cross ruff happen. We're banging down ace and a spade. And that'll limit the number of club ruffs I can get, but maybe I can get a useful finesse or something. Find the queen or the ace. Oh, East had the king, so that's why he didn't continue diamonds, I guess, is that he knew his partner probably didn't have a spade on her to beat mine. I did consider that, although I didn't mention it. Didn't seem like that realistic. So, okay. Now we know East had... This is bad news, actually. East had ace-jack of diamonds and king of spades. So certainly can't have the ace of clubs. Could have the queen, but it seems unlikely. Remaining diamonds are jack, 9, 5th. So, queen pitching a heart, 8 covered, rough back. There's still a million diamond stoppers in East's hand. That doesn't you don't accomplish setting up the diamonds. So I think we're just like kind of sad. Play a club and you're not going to get it right. Is it possible you could end play West by ducking here? If you're really sure West has the ace and queen, no. Because if he has to lead a club, even if you play the jack, you're still, like, getting him, right? So I think you might as well hope East has the queen, even though it's unlikely. Club, right? I think so. Well, no. The funny thing with playing a club would be, oh, Wes is end played now, right? He has to either give me a rough sluff or lead a club away from the ace. But I can already score my trumps separately, so a rough sluff doesn't help me. Is it possible this is West's last heart? I haven't really been counting hearts at all. I know he pitched at least one, but I don't think he pitched two, and he started with 5, right? So I think West has another heart to play. But, I mean, if I rough this, there's just no shot that I'm taking more than 3 tricks. So I guess I may as well pitch and hope West leads a club for some crazy reason. No. Okay. I don't think my line worked out very well in the end. I guess that's fair to say. I'm not starting off with a good session. Because, like, East didn't have a stiff heart, he had a doubleton. So I could have, at trick 3, when I got in, led a club to get me 1 rough in dummy and then the spade finesse. And then I'd be taking all the same tricks, but losing 1 fewer spade. So I'd be down only 1. I believe. Oh, I'd be actually making it? I guess... Oh, yeah, I did... This is just a better play than what I did. I didn't appreciate the spots in spades enough. I was thinking, oh, you know, East will be over roughing the clubs before too long, right? But the spots are so good. They can only over rough once with the king. I should have just, like, conceded a club and started roughing them. Take the trump finesse, maybe, but probably not. I don't know. And you do risk them getting, like, a heart rough, but I don't know. I guess it depends on how serious you think the likelihood of a heart rough is. Because I think if he has a stiff heart, what I did is probably better. But there's no law saying he has to have a stiff heart just because he shifted to the 10. And even in that case, it's probably not that bad. Yeah, I think this was just an error. I think I should have played clubs. Not because I really want to take the club finesse, but because I really want to rough a lot of clubs, and they can only draw so many trump. They can only over rough once. Once again, we seem to have a lot of cards in one of their suits. I can tell from the auction that I must not have any spades, just looking at dummy, and indeed, that's true. Amazing. It's not usually the direction inferences go. So, I mean, this 7 looks pretty high, right? It could be low from King 10-7, but probably it's high from nothing. So East has the King 10 of diamonds. West is short. So we can pick up the diamonds for 4 tricks. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do about the hearts. West almost certainly has the ace of spades. Kind of has to have the king of hearts as well, like, or at least the king of clubs, but probably the king, and probably both. To overcall here, like with just the ace of spades and nothing in diamonds, you need more cards. So I think we could run the queen of hearts and it would be covered. The thing is, I don't really want to play the ace on the first round. I'm imagining like ducking a heart, then winning the ace and going into cross roughs, leaving out the boss trump. And if you run the queen, you don't really get that choice. I guess you could do something similar by running the 10 of hearts from dummy. And then on the next round, you could like run the queen back. If you're sure West has the king, and you don't want to play the ace on the first round, you could play low to the, finesse the jack first and save the king finesse for later. Interesting. Well, I don't know. I'm going to play the 9, I guess. Yeah, that's the other thing. Of course, I can't really be in dummy to do all this. Okay, I guess I'm going to lead the king. Queen. I've located the jack. It seems that East has it. I don't think West should be ducking from King Jack here. Oh, yeah, right. I mean, you could duck from King Jack 4th, knowing you're not setting anything up by covering, I guess. It seems like a weird play, though. Yeah. So, do I try to cash the King of Spades? I don't think so. Because that lets West in to start drawing trump. Like, if I just attack diamonds now, I'm going to have 3 more diamond tricks is 6. A club is 7. 4 hearts? And eventually, like, that's 11 tricks. One of them I won't get because West will ruff, but that's fine, I guess. Maybe it's not fine because okay. So I think that makes 4. Attack diamonds, cross ruff. Let's say West ruffs the very next diamond to simplify things. He ruffs, but he can't draw trump. Oh. He also can't really lead anything, can he? Yeah. So I guess he won't ruff any of the diamonds. So I'll have 6 tricks. Then Ace of Clubs is 7. And I'll start a club spade cross ruff, which he can't really do anything about. I should get all of them. That would be 11 tricks, and eventually he'd have to ruff his partner's winner at the end. Yeah, that seems crazy good. Maybe he can manage to pitch all his clubs on the diamonds and then ruff my ace of clubs, but if so, there's not much I can do about that, I think. I think it is important not to play the ace of clubs, though, just yet, because it is doing an important job. It's making sure that if West ever gets in, he just can't lead anything. Okay, he's pitched 2 spades. Now we can play ace of clubs. Because, like, if I played ace first and West ruffed this, he could exit with a club, and I guess that would still be fine, but... okay. Oh, the king even fell. I guess it doesn't really matter, does it? Hang on. Hang on. What are West's remaining cards? The ace of spades, king of hearts, and a spade, right? So if I ruff a low spade and play queen of clubs, West ruffs and cashes a spade. Gets 2 tricks. Oh, I guess he's getting 2 tricks. I was thinking I could play the king of spades, and then West would have to give me a spade at the end. That's true, but he wouldn't have to give me a heart, so it breaks even. So, I mean, we could either ruff a spade now and cash the queen of clubs in case West is false carding this king. It seems unlikely. Or we could play king of spades, hoping that actually East had the ace all along. Both seem quite unlikely. But maybe West didn't lead. Maybe West doesn't have the ace. Like, what does East have? Jack of hearts. King of diamonds. Jack of clubs is 5. Yeah, probably does not have this ace. Oh well. I don't think I can get more than one trick here. There's no way West can rough in and actually cash a side suit. I can't have counted wrong enough. So I can safely pitch here. Just in case East did have the ace. Okay. Made 5. Pretty good, I think. Is there some way I could have done more? I doubt it. I don't think I could have done this well. Okay, it says I can do this well. But West gave me a chance to make more. Lead the diamond, yeah. Have to play the club now. Ah, I see. Because the king of clubs is dropping, if I start roughing out the clubs while I still have a diamond re-entry, I can actually score the queen of clubs at a time when I can still, like, I can set it up at a time when I can still get back to enjoy it, I think. Well, I didn't know the king was dropping. I had hopes West would make the mistake of roughing in, but I guess that's not realistic. So maybe it would have made sense to play clubs first. Okay, this hand, we're in 2 no trump. Yeah, a rather anemic opening, but hard to argue. Partner invited game? No, partner forced to 3-no and then passed 2-no. Very funny. I think that what happens here is that the Gibbs system notes are very old, and they've regularly updated Gibbs bidding, but they've never updated Gibbs system description. I mean, not never. I'm sure they've done it, but it's not perfectly in sync with how Gibb actually bids anymore. And I know, like, when they were testing out... Well, they had BBO. I don't know if that's still a thing or if it's been just integrated into Gib. There's also Ben, which is still some sort of AI-based thing that they allegedly are still trying. I don't know. And, like, I think they just told Ben, which uses a different system, like, hey, here's the BBO system you're playing. And Ben's like, okay, but doesn't quite understand it and so doesn't bid it exactly. And the system notes are provided, like, these tooltips are provided by Gib. But then Ben tries his best but doesn't really understand the system. I don't know. So the robots don't really know the system they're playing, is what I'm saying. This looks horrible, by the way. Like, I have 3 aces. Hopefully I'll take another couple tricks. But I could not tell you where they will come from. I mean, you could try a set of diamonds, but it's so optimistic. Spades I don't have any entries to. What's a guy supposed to do? That's actually kind of good news. Because East should have the 10 for this switch, right? Unblock the 9. Not that it super matters. But it is more flexible. Okay, so we've got the clubs. So 3 up from 1 club trick to 3 is nice. Up from 0 heart tricks to 1. So I've produced 3 more tricks than the 3 I started with. I'm at 8 tricks now. 6 tricks, I mean. Six tricks. And don't really know where I'm going to get any more. I guess I'm going to take the club finesse. Again, obviously. But then what? I'm kind of tempted to exit a small diamond. Like, they're going to have to let me back in someday, give me some finesse, right? Even if they cash a couple hearts first, they'll run out of winners. I didn't pay attention to the heart spots. I don't think West showed 5 of them, but maybe. So let's say I play a diamond. East wins, so that they're... Assuming the diamond honors are split. West doesn't really want to win because that would give me a finessing position in diamond. So East wins, plays a heart, West cashes another heart. I've had to play 3 small diamonds. But they're out of winners, and they have to lead something. I think this is fine. West wins, huh? I don't know. I think eventually they have to give me something. Hopefully they have to give me 2 somethings. Oh no. I'm worried West actually has King Queen and that's why he popped. The thing is, it's still fine. I don't think this 8 of hearts is a winner. I'm pretty sure the 10 or the 9 is still out there. But just in case it is, I guess I'll keep it. Yeah. Alright, well, the bad news is I still just have those 6 tricks I started with. The good news is I didn't lose any more with my funny little low diamond play. And I think if you had tried a spade to the queen, you might have actually forfeited a trick. Probably not. Yeah, it'll say everything's fine here, but low spade to the queen. Now it's sort of safe for East to play a diamond. And then West can underlead a heart. East can put through another diamond. They're going to get, what, 1 spade, 2 hearts, and 2 diamonds. 5 more tricks from this position, but we still have 2 winners left, yeah, so it really doesn't matter what you do here. Alright, we're in 5 clubs after East couldn't open, but felt he should bid spades twice in competition. Curious. What? Does East have 6 spades or what? I mean, it says he does. But there's like no hand East could have with King, Queen, Jack, 6 of spades where you wouldn't want to open 2 spades, right? In 3rd seat? Maybe East's shape is messed up. Maybe he has like 5 hearts as well. Because we learned in a recent installment of this series that the robots do sometimes open 2 bids when they have a side 4-card suit. Maybe what I was remembering is that they never do it with a side 4-card major. And I bet they don't do it with a side 5-card major. Even I would be hesitant. I'd probably just open 1 spade. So that's sort of my working theory, is that East has a side 5-card suit. And the obvious choice would be diamond. Hearts, the other red one, because that's the suit that we have the fewest of between us. So that would make West hold a great majority of everything else. Perhaps even all 4 clubs, which is going to be tough to deal with. I want to use the Ace of Hearts to pitch a spade, obviously. But if I play King Ace of Clubs first, am I in a little bit of trouble? If the clubs are 4-0? I think I'm actually fine, because I still have one more trump than West does, and I only have to lose one diamond. Yeah, okay. The clubs were 4-0. Makes sense. As I predicted. So, I mean, I guess you might as well finesse here. It's not like West is going to have stiff king, right? I mean, I guess East could have 5 diamonds. But I think it's much more likely he has long hearts. In which case, I think the finesse is basically free. And there's some chance maybe East's 2 diamonds are king and 1. So let's put in a diamond honor here. Okay. I mean, I think the field should be doing exactly the same thing here. Actually, I wonder, is there some way I could have arranged for dummy to still have trumps and rough my spade loser? I don't think so. Like if I drew all but one of the trumps and made West rough in. Like if instead of king ace, I just play ace of clubs and then ace of hearts and then duck a club. West could then not finish drawing the last trump. And he couldn't play a spade. Yeah, that might actually have worked as a way to go down only 1. I want to check that out. So the way I have my cropping set up, you guys can't see West's cards here really, but that's okay. So if okay, Gib is going to say you're down 2 no matter what. So, but what if I do this? Obviously you play the 9. Oh, and West I had 2 spades. East only had 5. So that's part of why East didn't open 2 level is... I guess that's the main reason. But he also did have a lot of hearts. So my idea that he had a lot of hearts, or a lot of some other suit, was correct. I just didn't catch that he also didn't have 6 spades. Okay. So that might be why this doesn't work. Maybe if you took away West's 2nd spade. I'm kind of interested in this. Let's open this in the other double dummy thing that lets you edit it. So let's say I edit this. West loses a spade, but gains a heart. South declares clubs. Yeah, now you're down 1, it says. Let's see, how much of this... You guys can see everything when I have it like this. Okay. So West leads his only spade. It says you can even afford... Wait, what? All right, so we only make 4, not 5. Right. I thought I had made a mistake already. So I was thinking low club to the ace. Ace of hearts. And then a low club ducked. Yeah, it says the king would be a mistake here. Oh, of course. The king would have been fine earlier because you don't actually have to cash the ace of hearts because East can't get in to cash the spade. So there's no rush to get rid of your 2nd spade. But you duck this. And what can West do? He can't play a club because then he doesn't get another club trick. He can't play a spade because he doesn't have one. So, and a diamond seems obviously bad. So let's say it's a heart. But now when we rough this... we just work on trumps, or on diamonds, and he still can't draw trump or cash the spade. Very funny. So he plays another heart, ruffed. And we just keep playing diamonds. Pitch those spade losers. West can ruff, but it doesn't really accomplish anything. Because we can over-ruff. And if he ruffs high, we just pitch the spade anyway, and we have no losers left. Do we? Wait. Oh, right. The 9 of diamonds is still a winner. So I get in hand, and I can pitch dummy's last heart with this. Okay. So that's cool. I should have thought about that when... I mean, it's a good thing I didn't, because with West actually having 2 spades, it would have been a disaster. But once I saw that the clubs were 4-0, maybe I didn't have to cash the ace of clubs. I could have just ducked a club. Or indeed, not played clubs at all, just gone to diamonds. And it turns out that would have been awful, because West would have roughed in at some point, and... Well... Or just won the king of diamonds, rather, and then cashed 2 spades. I'd have been down 3. Wow, 4 hearts. That's very brave. The Gibbs auctions have been crazy today. Huh. I have a trump problem. Like, the greediest thing you could do would be ace of spades, diamond to the queen, finesse against the jack of hearts, I think. Well, maybe not. No, I guess you're just supposed to ruff the spade yourself. I don't like doing that because it costs me some trump control, which is sort of a problem I have. But North still has 5 hearts. Ruffing in the south hand is probably okay. I just don't like voluntarily shortening myself when my hearts are so bad. But it's a good way to get to the south hand, to make sure I get the ruff before I attack trump. It's probably right. Well, I don't need the ruff, right? Eventually, if I can retain trump control, I can just pitch the spade on a minor card winner. So... the point of the hand is making sure that I don't run out of trump at a time when they can still cash a spade. So I could try roughing a spade. That certainly solves that problem. But then the problem is, well, what if they win and just start hammering on spades? I think that's probably okay. Because if they... I can take an early ruff in the south hand still. I don't believe for 1 second you have the king, buddy. I gotta keep drawing trump. You can't give him a ruff. You're the one with the last trump, sucker. Alright, I'll claim. Well, I guess I doubled up. The robot won't let me claim here, I think. Because it's possible... all of West's remaining cards are spades, isn't it? From the auction and the play, we know that's not the case. We know West has the jack of hearts. But just for fun, is it possible? Are there still 7 spades left for West to have? I think so. No. 7 spades have already been played, right? 2 rounds were played in which I ruffed. So there are only 6 spades outstanding. West can't have all of them. No. West could have all of them. Because there aren't more than 7. So if I try to claim, the computer will say, no, it's possible that East is over-ruffing this heart. Even though we know that's not the case. And now I can claim. Draw trump, cash the minors. Well, I mean, I took the right view on that hand, but it's a pretty normal view to take. I don't think it had anything spectacular. Okay, I think you just let this ride around to the king. No reason to stick the jack in, I don't think. 10-8. Probably that's 10-9-8, possibly with the queen. Probably with the queen. Why would East underlead queen here? So that means we can't rough out the queen. But maybe West could be end played into leading a heart someday. I guess just draw trump and then play on clubs. I don't see anything funny. Great. Okay. Gonna be an easy one today. Let's see if I'm wrong about the hearts. East didn't even have to play the queen. So, I mean, if I were wrong about hearts, it could be possible that West had 10-9-8 tight and East underled the queen for some reason, in which case the jack would pin the 9 and I could have the 7 to pitch my diamond. Nope. Okay. Well, pitch the diamond anyway. Okay, yeah, the layout I thought was there was indeed there. Not much I can do about it. $18 points. Passed out in a diamond. Ugh. Well, oh, I thought this was the 8 of diamonds. It's the 8 of hearts. Okay. I was kind of welcoming a diamond lead. But I might be wrong about that. Because maybe I could rough a club on this lead. But I have the diamond suit is somewhat flimsy, you could say, and I would appreciate them leading away from their honors a bit. Preserve those entries to dummy. They're in very short supply. May as well cover here. It doesn't seem like it's going to help, but playing low is definitely not. Oh, and right, the 10-9 do eventually force out the queen, so of course it is going to help. All I have to do now is draw trump. Problem is I can't. Not very easily, anyway. Probably that's fine. It's probably the long trump hand. So the opponents have 4 trumps left. The bold play would be ace of diamonds, diamond. If the 4 trumps remaining are divided 2-2, then I can rough in and enjoy the hearts and actually make the contract. I could be even bolder, cross in hearts, and finesse the 10 of diamonds. If things are lying extremely well, I could make 2. East has shown up with some values, right? Ace of hearts, jack of clubs, queen, king of diamonds. That's jack, ace, king. That's 8. I think if East were short in diamonds, you could have found a double or something. So I think the reason that we're playing one diamond is that East has quite a number of diamonds, possibly including the Jack. So what if East started with King Jack fifth of diamonds? We could cross in diamonds now, finesse ace, back to hearts. That's another way to make one that seems more realistic. If this heart gets roughed, it's pretty sad, but I choose to believe it won't. Disaster. That was probably West's last diamond, too, is the worst part. So I still have to choose. Do I play another heart now? East had 4 hearts and didn't bid here, right? I think East has only hearts and diamonds left, and West is out of diamonds. Nope. Well, could have made one by cashing ace of diamonds diamond there. Alright. So East had king fourth. I mean, yeah, that's believable, I guess. Should I have seen through this at some point? I don't know. I guess I missed that East had also played the queen of spades. I don't think that tells me much. It confirms that East must have diamond length, but I don't know how much length. Yeah, definitely didn't play that one best. Even ace of diamonds diamond at this point, that also would have worked. There were so many working lines, and I picked one that didn't work. Oh well. We're in 3 diamonds. That's a decent trump fit at least this time. The 7, just in case I want the 5 to be an entry or something. East was the one who opened one, no. Ace, king, queen, ace? I mean, East doesn't have that much more. Well, there's no way this is getting over-ruffed. East doesn't have 6 spades. So I can ruff low if I want. Why did East not continue diamonds, I wonder? I don't know. Not much I can do about that, I guess. So East just barely might have the ace of clubs. And I think if West had it, he probably would have popped, right? So I guess we finesse West for the queen instead, and it's marked. Yeah? Okay. Don't think I did this right. Well, as long as West doesn't have 6 hearts, aren't we fine? Just cash 2 diamonds. Hearts. Ruff a heart. King of clubs. So, and then, as long as East doesn't over-ruff that heart ruff, it's fine. So that doesn't mean the hearts are coming in, though, right? Or does it? What was the initial heart position? Did dummy have any? I don't think so. Dummy had 6 clubs, 4 diamonds, and 3 spades, yeah. So West Rising suggests that this is their last heart, which means the suit, I don't know. Well, it means I could ruff with Jack, and then King of Clubs, and not need to take another ruff. I think that's a safe way to make this. I think ruffing low is also quite safe, but I think this is pretty much guaranteed. Even if East does have a singleton club and gets to ruff the king, that's fine. It'll mean I can safely ruff the other heart. So yeah, this is guaranteed. Huh. Quite a hand over there. I would be tempted to say that's more than a 1-no trump opener. Although there's no source of tricks, I guess. Still, it's just like a fantastic 17. Both majors, even. Okay. Opponent's silent. Interesting heart suit. Glad they're attacking spades, I guess. I don't know. Maybe spades is best for them. Clubs wouldn't actually be all that great. So I think you're supposed to, like, just run the jack of hearts. And then run the 7? That doesn't seem right. Because it, like, gains against West having honor on her 3rd or 4th. But it loses against East having honor on her doubleton, honor on her 3rd. And it breaks even against about everything else. So honor on her doubleton there's only 1 of. Honor on her 3rd there are 4 of, because there are 4 spots you could have. West having honor on her 3rd balances out. Honor on her 4th there are more of, actually. Oh, so maybe that is right. Maybe you do run the jack. Okay, why not? Oh, I don't have very many entries, huh? I could have played the king at trick 1, but I don't know. I thought they might let me win the jack. Well, may as well play on diamonds. Try to get an entry here. Good. Great. Amazing news. So, all right. The diamonds appear to be coming in. So the question is, what do I do about the hearts? I guess it's fine. They only have 1 spade to cash. The spades were 4-3. So I don't need this club for anything. I can just do this. And the hearts are in, and you didn't even get to cash your spade because the wrong player won. And, like, yeah, the queen is doubleton. You didn't need to finesse it. You could have played ace-king. But you're still losing exactly 1 heart either way, right? The only thing you could do wrong would be lead a heart from dummy towards the jack, I suppose. Which actually doesn't look like a crazy line. There will probably be some people who do it. But certainly what I did worked out very well. East covering with the 9 of diamonds, by the way, is shocking. I think double dummy, it's probably fine. Right, but was I really going to run the 8? I don't think so. I was going to play the 10. I was just unblocking the 8. But he's... Yeah, I think he's actually... If I play 8, small, 10, ace, I still have the chance to finesse the 9 later, but I don't have any particular reason to do so. And so East would wind up with another trick, it turns out. We're in 2 spades. Okay. Diamond lead is interesting. Need to set up clubs. Might as well do that while I'm in dummy, I guess? West can't really attack diamonds very profitably. So he's kind of the safe hand to finesse into anyway. Ooh, they're solving the spade suit for me. I mean, technically there are layouts where you can win 2 heart tricks. For example, King Queen Doubleton. Maybe there are others, but King Queen Doubleton is the main one, I think. So I want to play a heart to the ace, but I'm just trying to think, is there some reason I should do something else? It would be for the heart suit. Like some other layout I could pick up. Really hard to imagine. Like maybe you could play a club to the ace, draw trump, and then play a heart to the jack, and West is end played, but he's not. So that doesn't make sense. And we're going to end up losing 2 hearts, make 4. Unless the honors crash? No. Yeah, certainly can't pick up that heart layout. 1 heart opening by West. East passes. We find our way to a game. Yeah? I mean, tough to argue with this auction. South's reopening double, obviously you're a bit light, but you're a passed hand in the pass-out seat. Partner shouldn't take you too seriously. But then when you're North, you're like, oh, I have a great hand. I'm going to force to game. And, I mean, I don't know. Maybe just 2 hearts, 3 spades would be enough. Give partner a little bit of rope for his 4th seat. Well, his reopening double. I think probably if there's an action in this auction that's too optimistic, it's North's 4 spades. Should just be 3 spades, I think. But it's not crazy to bid 4. So what are we looking at here? Dummy has 13. I have 8. That's 21. Okay. East has at most 5. Is 26. So West has at least 14. But that doesn't tell me much. However, West's lead of the Queen of Hearts tells me East has the King. So East has at most a Queen in all the other suits put together. So the spade finesse is losing. The diamond finesse probably wins, but might not. What about just like a club heart cross ruff? Can we take a heart, 2 diamonds, and like 7 trumps, maybe? Seems possible. Yeah, I don't really want to draw a trump, I don't think. Let's say I did. And trump our 3-2, and we're getting a favorable trump holding. We'll get 3 trump tricks. A heart is 4. Maybe, if we're lucky, really lucky, 4 diamonds is 8. 1 club rough is 9? That doesn't add up to enough. If I get 2 diamonds and a heart is 3, I guess yeah, I could get 7 trumps. 3 roughs in each hand plus the ace. Yeah, I think that makes sense. East had the King of Hearts? Oh, no, I knew that. That was the one I knew about already. Right. Okay. Whew. So, West won the 9 of clubs with like the 10, didn't he? He didn't go up ace or something. And we know he has the ace and king of clubs still. So he had 5 hearts, 4 clubs. That only leaves him 4 cards in spades and diamonds combined? It's a little worrying. I see. Is it too late to draw trump? I think it's fine, actually, right? Because we know that West has king third of spades. Or maybe king X if he has even more clubs than we thought. Well, but I don't have anything to do with my club losers. I'll be going down 1. I was counting on being able to cash a second diamond here, but West doesn't have enough of them. So 1, 3, 5, 4 probably. Well, I can get rid of one of my club losers by roughing it, can't I? Like, spade to the 9. West probably wins. If he plays a heart or a club, fine. I've gotten my rough. He can't play a diamond. If he plays a spade, that's the problem. I can take my rough, but I won't be able to get back and finish drawing trump. Rough a heart now? I don't need to take the finesse, of course, right? I know it's losing. So what if I roughed a heart? High. To unblock the spades. spades. And then played jack of spades. If West wins and returns a spade, we're thrilled. If he wins and returns something else, and that something is a club, I'm pretty unhappy, because now I've been tapped twice in both hands. Lost trump control. Yeah, What if I just let West ruff a couple diamonds? I kind of like that, actually. Because West has, we think, king third of spades, right? If he ruffs 2, he's down to stiff king. We can lay down the ace and then cross ruff some stuff higher than East can, or draw one more trump and... Right? Maybe? No, I guess that doesn't work. I still have a loser. Spade to the jack, spade back. There's only one trump outstanding. I've lost 2 tricks. I guess that's fine, right? That makes 4, right? No. Spade to the jack, spade back. Winning. Let's say in the south hand. Yeah, it just doesn't work. They can't draw trump. We already covered this. Okay, I'm just going to play a diamond, I guess. So I now think West has king X of spades. Oh, I see. East gets to pitch his heart here, his diamond, I guess. So they don't have to ruff with the king. Was I supposed to play 10 of diamonds first before this heart? I probably was. That probably would have worked. Now I'm toast. West won't ruff this, and East will. Down 1. Let me look at that position right before I... So, I think drawing trump at the beginning would have worked out quite a bit better, because the diamonds are coming in. But... Everything I was doing was actually fine. And it says you do have to play a diamond here. But at this point, you have to play both diamonds. Yeah. Right, because you know West doesn't have any useful roughs. But by roughing a heart now, you let East take a useful rough. By pitching his diamond loser. It was a complicated ending. I couldn't figure it out. As you saw. Oh. I figured out the club layout. Okay. What could we do to make East not understand the club layout? Not much. You're supposed to just draw trump here, right? You don't need to try to rough any spades because you can just lose to the ace and king. Like, 5 goes to the 10 and ace. Queen goes to the king. Jack wins. 6 goes on a club. And there isn't really a diamond position I can pick up any better than just banging down the ace-king. Well, I guess if West had Doubleton Honor and had already roughed once, we could, but that seems unlikely. And East's Honor being singleton, we can't take advantage of. Oh. Uh-oh. They may deny me... Okay, hang on. If I play a spade now, they can win and play a club which West roughs, denying me access to Dummy's clubs? No, that's fine, because then Dummy's 7 of diamonds will be an entry. Okay. And if they win this and play a diamond, that's fine. I still have clubs to get to Dummy. Should I play a club now instead? Just to lock it in? Maybe that makes sense. Club roughed. But then West is out of trump. And I can get to Dummy easily. Yeah, let's do that. Still down 1. But I don't think we ever had a shot of doing better. It says I can make it. I hate this game sometimes, you know that? Oh, if I just hadn't... No. If I just hadn't conceded... East's King of Spades dropping Doubleton might be interesting somehow. Not sure how, though. Yeah, it says you can't play a second diamond. Oh, because West can't continue diamonds, and neither can East. So you can actually rough several spades in the north. You don't have to lose 2 spades. Yeah, but you don't know that's what the diamond layout is. I don't know. I think it just seems normal enough to continue trumps. Not a very exciting hand. I guess, like, maybe I could get cut off from my diamonds, but I'm just going to cash them right now, please. Do not be tempted to play hearts. They'll cash their clubs first. They'll jump on the ace of hearts and cash clubs. You gotta do this first. I think you play the king here? It seems fine, as opposed to low. Maybe it sets them up for a promotion in diamonds somehow? But low to the queen seems like it's just as problematic in some other situations. And they're not going for it. They just get a ruff, which you couldn't have stopped. No. Some of the field may mess that up and make only 2. $13 ups at 11, 24, okay. Where are my tricks? I don't have them. I guess you play a low spade. But then a spade back through the jack and you're kind of sunk. May as well duck. At least the spades are breaking well. I mean, the obvious autopilot is just like king of clubs, club to the jack. Seems good to me. I'm not overriding the autopilot on that one. This would be a funny false card from like queen fourth, but haven't we seen the 9 or 10 already? I think the 10. So this can't be a false card because then I would just finesse him for the 9 as well and actually pick up the suit. Or I mean, I guess it could be, but it wouldn't hurt me. Okay, the clubs are in. 6, 7. Can set up an 8th in diamonds, so it comes down to guessing a red suit finesse. I think you should play a diamond to the 10. Well, no matter what finesse you take, if West has the ace, he can just like cash out and beat you. Or if West wins the finesse, he can win the card you finessed into, the ace of diamonds, and a spade. But if you take a heart finesse and lose, they may be able to get hearts going as well before you can even set up a single diamond trick. Whereas if you play diamonds, the worst thing they can do is cash a diamond and set something up for you. So I think this is right. Yeah, what can you do? I don't see any way to get rid of that diamond. Well, I mean, I have one loser. I guess my best bet would be to cash clubs, pitching a heart and a diamond from hand, then lead to the king of diamonds and see if they duck. And if they don't duck, no harm done. I still have stoppers everywhere. Okay, the heart finesse was also wrong. Now, I guess what that means is you could have end played West. So this contract will certainly, Gib will say it's makeable for sure. You maybe even have an over trick. Evidently not. Okay, but for example, one line would be, don't duck this, win it. Then cash all 5 clubs and exit a spade to West. He gets to cash the 4th spade, but then he has to play a red suit. And whatever red suit it is, you get an extra trick. don't see any reason to suppose that that's actually the right line compared to what I did. Even though it works and what I did doesn't. Based on the knowledge we had at the time, I don't see why you should do that. Oh, phew. I misread the hearts and thought I just had king, queen, jack, not ace, king, queen, jack. That's a big difference. I mean, it seems like we have 12 tricks, right? And precious little hope of a 13th, except for a very dangerous spade finesse. We have 5 winners in each red suit. 2 black aces is 12. And, if somebody was dealt 9 clubs in the king of spades, I guess we could squeeze them. If they were west. But obviously that's not going to happen. May as well test whether hearts are 5-0 first. They're not. So I think what you just have to do here is watch the pitches and see if they give you an excuse to take the spade finesse. East pitch is a club. Keep this club threat. West pitch is a club. Another club, rather. I'm not gonna. I don't know what's going on. I'm done counting. I'm just gonna play the ace. I don't think I could be convinced to take this finesse. I guess what you're supposed to do is count, and if all the clubs are gone, the finesse is free. But I'm pretty sure they're not all gone, right? Yeah, the king was still out there. So I could have taken the finesse, but it was not without risk. No particular reason to believe it's onside or offside, so you could flip. You could just choose the high variance route of finessing or the low variance route of not finessing. I think they're both the same expected value. Boy, Gibbs never have auctions this long. Not that it's especially long, but I don't know. Usually they just punt a game right away. So we have silent opponents. I have 14 opposite 14. Decision time at trick 1. I think you're supposed to play the jack. Sorry. The 9 is what I meant to say. Because the jack wins if West has the king and queen. The 9 wins if West has the 10 and one of the 2 honors. And there's only one way for him to have king and queen. There are 2 ways to have the 10 and 1 honor. So I think that's as far as I need to think about that. This is not supposed to happen. West has the king and queen and 10, it would seem. Okay. Well, pretty sure we go after hearts now. And this kind of looks like a classic finessing position, right? Run the queen. But you're not supposed to do that. If the king is covered, if the queen is covered with the king, you get 2 heart tricks. But you can always get 2 heart tricks. Just lead the queen and play low from dummy no matter what happens. Right? That also is a way to take 2 tricks. But if you want to take 3 tricks, low to the queen, then low to the jack is the way to... You actually want to finesse against East having the king. Now, are we brave enough to finesse the 9 here? No. It could be right, but I can't do it. All right. I find myself with 2 losers. Threats in 2 suits, one of which the opponent's guard is vulnerable. So if I could read things correctly, if West has the king of diamonds, I could strip squeeze him. Right, if I can correctly identify what's going on. There have been quite a few diamonds or clubs pitched. I didn't really keep track of how many, but I'm pretty sure West can't win 3 clubs. So we might as well try exiting here. Yeah. So we did successfully cajole West into leading a diamond. But we then have to guess the diamond suit. Is his remaining card the jack or the king? If it's the jack, we can play the 10 and take the rest. If it's the king, we can play the queen and take the rest. If it's a small diamond, well, nothing we can do. It doesn't matter. West had king, queen of clubs, and king of hearts. King third. I didn't really count the clubs, but I'm sure West pitched at least 2 of them. Probably. And East pitched 1. Maybe. Didn't West have a bunch of spades? I don't know. Trying to figure out West's shape in case that helps me infer what kinds of diamond holdings he might have overcalled with. But I'm not smart. I wasn't paying enough attention, and I don't think it matters that much. I mean, what card I play here might very well matter quite a bit, but what hands West might have overcalled with probably is not going to be that important a factor, which is... Well, I'm just saying that to make myself feel better. It may or may not be true. King, king, queen. If he had the king, maybe he had enough shape he could have overcalled, so let's play him for the jack. Got him. He didn't really have much shape at all. It's just luck. Well, how did I do? I had a couple hands that felt good, but there were some bad ones too. I don't really remember the average. $52.5-ish. But still a lot of tables left to play. This could fluctuate. Yeah, very, very swingy results when there's only 7 tables playing a board or whatever. Board 9, we got a top somehow. I mean, I know there's only 5 tables played it, but... Oh, because I got 3 diamond tricks, maybe? I guess. $15 and 8% for making 12 tricks. Everyone else was brave enough to take the spade finesse. Beats me, why? Didn't look safe to me. I mean, you know, it's match points. You can make unsafe plays, but it seems high variance and the same expected value. I don't know if you're supposed to go for those or not, but it doesn't seem like everyone should be doing it. I must be missing something. Like maybe on a different line, West bears the king of spades, so you don't have to guess. Don't know. What's so great about board 2? I solved the hearts for one loser, maybe? And it was they allowed me to do it without having to finish drawing trump. I guess. Okay, well, hard to draw much of a conclusion from boards that have been played so few times. This last one that was just played, I think, will hold up as a good result, since I chose the right line and then guessed the suit right for no particular reason. So even people who find the right line might well guess it wrong. All right. Well, not going to be taking first place in the event or anything, but, you know, a 53, a 62, and a 52.5, pretty solid results. Hope you guys enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.